Let's face it, it's awkward, right? The good news is that it doesn't have to stay that way. Do you feel like every time you pick up your camera or your phone to record yourself and make your YouTube videos, you totally freeze up in front of the camera and the whole recording process has just become this really intimidating thing? Yep, I get it. Been there, done that. It's not cute.
That's hot.
Which is why in this video I'm going to share some very realistic, no fluff tips that will help you become more confident in front of the camera if you are a new creator or if you are thinking about starting your YouTube channel and you have absolutely no experience recording yourself. Okay, first things first. Being awkward is completely okay. It's completely normal, okay? You are not the minority, you are in the majority. I think every new creator on YouTube has to go through the really painful experience of just picking up a camera and getting used to speaking to the lens and feel like you are talking to an actual human behind the lens, or even better, after some time, being able to feel like you are talking to a friend. However, getting there takes a little bit of time, practice, and it takes being intentional about it. So let's start with tip number 1, which is picking a topic that you are passionate and comfortable talking about. This one is huge because when you are talking about something that you love, you will naturally just be more relaxed and comfortable talking about it. The reality is when you are talking about something that you are genuinely interested in, I would assume that you have some knowledge or opinions and the ideas will just start flowing freely. Think about it when you're having a conversation with your family or friends, for example, about a topic that really interests you. Do you feel like you hesitate a lot to talk about it? Most likely not. So the same will apply to recording. You will just naturally be comfortable talking about it and you will have an easier way handling yourself in front of the camera. Tip number 2 is preparation is key. Here is a point where I think a lot of people get stuck. You'll think of an idea or a video title and then you feel like you want to record. So you sit down in front of the camera and maybe you have a rough idea in your head of what you want to say or you want to talk about, but when you hit record, you don't really have anything prepared, like a structure of a flow of the content that you want to talk about. And so you end up spending hours and hours filming because you don't have a script or an outline. And I definitely recommend an outline over a script. I think they're two different things, but it is recommended, in my opinion, to have an organized draft, a document, a sticky notes, notes in your phone, whatever form of drafting, form of a script or an outline is definitely gonna help you stay focused, and it's also going to make your time a lot more effective. The key here is to think of your idea, to at least have your title ready and create an outline with bullet points or list or little phrases or sentences that will help you stay organized and follow a specific structure and order of the ideas and how you want to deliver them. If you want a little help, you can use ChatGPT. In my personal experience, ChatGPT can be your best friend when it comes to video scripts or video titles generation. If you are comfortable doing this by yourself, then by all means, but I think using something like ChatGPT or Gemini can really help you expedite this process. Another very important thing is not over preparing, meaning some people will create a script, and creating a script is fine as long as you are not reading your script word by word, because then it will sound very robotic. This is something that I was definitely doing at the beginning. So having an outline with the main ideas or bullet points listed there instead of a full script will definitely give you room to be able to improvise. And these, I think, will definitely make you feel more comfortable. And so the more comfortable you are, obviously the more confident you'll come across in your videos. Tip number 3 is going back and watching your own videos. This one can be a game changer, but it also can be really tough because, let's be honest, we are probably our worst critics. And so you can go back and watch your video and completely hate it and be tempted to delete it or never post it. So the key here is to be able to record your video, go back and watch it, and be able to identify things that you could change for your next video. Watching yourself back, I think, will really help you see what works and what doesn't work. Are you speaking too fast? Are you speaking too slow? Are you using too many filler words? Like, you will be able to pick, you will definitely be able to pick up some things that you think you could improve. Tip number 4 is find your unique style. Confidence on camera definitely comes from being yourself. In other words, be the US you can be. There's nothing more uncomfortable and energy consuming than when you try to put up a fake persona online, when you pretend to be someone that you're not, when you pretend to talk in a certain way that you normally don't talk. It's really not sustainable in the long term. You don't have to be like everyone else just because you watch a YouTuber and they speak a certain way. You don't have to feel like you have to speak that way. The key here is to be able to just be yourself. Find your own style, your unique voice, your unique tone. If you are bubbly and have a bubbly personality, then embrace your bubbliness. If you are funny, then try to add a little bit of humor to your videos. The key here is for people to be able to perceive the real you and not a fake persona, because viewers are very sensitive to that. I know I personally am. And so I would just say find what feels natural to you. You can experiment with your energy, with your tone, with the flow in which you want to deliver your words, your message. And yes, this is probably gonna take you a little bit of time. Everybody gets there at some point, so you just need to get started and you just need to keep going. My next and final tip is to embrace your mistakes. Now, mistakes are going to happen. It's completely normal. I think most of the great creators and YouTubers who have been doing this for years, I believe they still make mistakes. So I say embrace them. You know, they're a part of the process. I would even go as far as saying maybe add a little bit of those bloopers at the end of the video. I know that I've done that with a couple of my videos. If anything, they can make you look a lot more relatable, because I don't think anybody expects you to be perfect, not from the very beginning. Another important thing to remember when mistakes happen, which they will inevitably happen, is remembering the power of editing. Okay, with editing, you can remove any mistakes, any filler words, any awkward pauses, any repetitions, anything that happens in your video that you don't want to show. I do want to say though that I have been seeing a trend. I'm seeing a lot of creators just really go on the light editing side, like not create videos with this overly produced editing style that feels very hectic and busy. And I'm seeing that a lot of them will even choose to leave a lot of their mistakes or maybe even the filler words in their videos. And I personally like that. I know that I appreciate that because it makes me feel more like I am not being talked at but talked to, like I'm having a real conversation with the creator. Now, if you're like me, an older creator, maybe in your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you're considering starting a YouTube channel, but you haven't taken the leap yet, then I invite you to watch this video right here, where I would like to convince you on why you should start your own YouTube channel and how this can completely change your life. And if you've made it this far in the video, then thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I hope to see you in my next video.